It's hard to talk and play, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
So they'll start off shooting regular shots, but as you upgrade them, after you gain some experience and money.
Hey, look at this carnizer. Did you shoot him with a blood bullet?
No, but how about I do that?
Okay.
So there's a blood bullet. Now they started attacking each other. See, the fire breather actually went after him a little bit. Let's try to see that again.
It's nice.
Oh, they didn't notice him that time.
No.
So let's just.
It's not July 10th. Hoping to be feature complete.
Yes.
So we got a lot of work ahead of us, and our hope is that after July 10th we can spend all our time polishing and just making this game run.
Best it can be.
Yes. Be all you can be, huh?
Yep.
That was a slogan in the 80s.
That was a thing.
It was a thing. So.
Right. And the other wagon type we have here is the triage wagon. That will buff Jack's defenses up a little bit and give him some health back in its fully leveled up state.
Correct. And Fernando, I can't help but notice that you have some money down there in the corner.
I do have money. Look at that. You are an observant one, aren't you?
Whoa, this 459 things of money.
Those are called dollars.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yes, those little pieces of paper and coins.
The greenbacks.
Yeah.
The greenbacks. What can you do with the
Why
greenbacks?
do they call them greenbacks? Because the front's green, too.
This is true. This is write your congressman, huh?
Do they call them greenbacks?
I don't know. Anyway, what can you do with the money, Nando?
So you can actually go into the curio wagon. And let's see if I can do it.
That's build mode.
No, that's build mode.
We're in build mode now. That's also a thing. Nando, let's make this awesome segue and talk about build mode.
So build mode will actually, you can place defenses to kind of keep the carnies at bay and kind of mess with them a bit. So, hey, stay off my lawn, you kids.
Look at that. Those kids, they don't know what to do.
Kids. No, they're
what do you got there? So you put some fences down.
Yep.
They can't get around the fences.
Nope.
What else you got?
We got an explosive barrel right here.
Yeah?
And that's some pretty hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to see that in action?
What are you going to do with those?
I'm going to do something special.
I can't wait. Taking a long time to do it. You can see that the wagons are taking some damage. That's what that little wagon icon down there is. That changes color. We're going to have to make that a little more intuitive.
Okay, so let me just run around the back here. Maybe
flank them?
Yeah, I'm flanking them. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Hey, nice. Boom.
There we go.
Hey, look at that.
So now I've blown up the barrel, and it did some hefty damage to these carnies.
It did.
It's
It did do some hefty damage.
explosive barrel is what that is.
It is an explosive barrel. What are the other ones you have?
We also have, let's see, we got a torch, which will add some extra light. Dead West used to be a lot darker.
Let's be perfectly honest with them. The torch.
It's not much of a thing.
No, it's not. It's not much of a thing. But the oil is.
The oil is something.
And the oil, you can on its own.
It will slow down enemy movement.
Yes, any carny will slow down in it. But you can also light it on fire.
That's right.
And that's absolutely beautiful.
Let's see if we can do that here.
Pow.
Boom.
Boom.
That's some fiery oil.
Shazam. That's some, yeah.
And that will damage the carnies.
That will damage the carnies.
Yep. All right, let's keep on trucking.
And keep on trucking. Down at the bottom there, above the revolver on the interface, you can see what were our special abilities.
Yes.
Special abilities. We're gonna have fan shot, trick shot, and all these different special abilities that you could do. We had to cut those.
Yes.
So that will be going away.
As with any video game development, things get cut.
Things get cut, and we would have liked to have had them in there, but with feature complete coming up on July 10th, we kind of had to get rid of it. You have to make decisions as what goes and what doesn't. And the special abilities weren't quite finished yet, and decided to cut them.
Yep.
And your wagons are broken.
They're not broken. They're just, well, I seem to have blocked them off.
You did that. That's your fault.
It is my fault.
So that's Dead West.
That's Dead West. Why don't we wrap it up here?
We're
We'll have
gonna go
more
ahead
to show you guys next week.
Hopefully. So we're gonna go back to the PowerPoint.
Yep.
We're gonna tell you a couple things and then we'll be done.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, we got an interview.
Oh, we have our special
We have
guest
our special guest interview. This is a new thing that we're gonna do for the development videos. We're gonna have a new member of the team come in every week, kind of give you the rundown on what they do and what it's like being them, to kind of give you a feel behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So All right, we're gonna cut this off and we'll get right to that.
Yep. I didn't answer the question. I wasn't ready. No, I'm just kidding. I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Hey, so we're gonna do our speed interview.
Yes.
I don't know how fast this is gonna be, but we're gonna do it.
It's an interview.
So today's speed interview, we've got Keel Cravata.
Keel Cravata, project lead of
Project
Dead West.
lead. What's up, Keel?
Not much, guys. Thanks for inviting me to do
That's
this.
great, Keel.
That's awesome. So Keel, why don't you tell us what you do on Dead West? What is it that you do here?
Well, being a project lead, I'm kind of responsible for overseeing all the stuff that comes from the production team, the programming team, and the artist team, and making sure that they're all talking together, getting stuff done. This is really intimidating watching both of you stare at me, by the way.
I can stare at him if
We
you
can
want.
stare at each other.
All right. You talk while we stare at each
Okay.
other.
So, what I've been doing most recently, though, is a lot of the scripting stuff for Dead West. So, a lot of the ambushes, some of the scripted sound events.
Is that normal? Is that normal that project leads do scripting or work and stuff?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, of course we do work. But,
Wait, so you don't just have a desk with a nice window view?
No,
Okay.
it's not like I'm sitting up on top of everybody else's desks
No.
with like a whip, like ordering people around. Like I actually like to get my hands dirty. I think most of the producers don't mind getting their hands dirty and actually getting into the code.
You get there in the trenches.
Yeah, getting there in the trenches. Scripting is something that I've always liked to do, so I don't mind kind of taking that on. And then Michael Luongo and Chris Dorrell also help me out with that too. So I don't have one thing that I do and do only. I kind of try to be the jack of all trades.
That's great.
Awesome. How about management? Can you talk a little about management? You gotta lay the smack down every now and then. What are you doing?
Well, luckily I haven't had to play the project lead card.
Do you? Which hand do you prefer to lay the smack down with?
Well, I am left-handed. Actually, I'm ambidextrous. Actually, a lot of people
You're
don't know this.
ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
I think I knew her in high school. Amber.
she was dexterous.
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
I write left-handed, but I throw right-handed. So I guess most of my strength would come from my right hand. So
All right.
I'd lay
So if you had to, but you haven't had to yet.
I really haven't. The design lead, the art lead, and program lead all kind of manage their teams well. But if I do any smacking, it's behind closed doors.
Excellent. Can you talk a little bit about July 10th? Is it? I should know this because I'm on the team.
Yeah.
This feature complete.
Feature complete is July 10th. So ideally, what we want to have when it comes to July 10th is the actual playable experience of Dead West. It might not look like what we want it to look like in the end, and there still may be small bugs in there. But overall, if something isn't in the game by July 10th, it's probably not going to be there in the end.
Okay. So is this maybe mention something about cutting? We've had to. We mentioned while we were doing the video that we had to cut special abilities and how difficult that was. What kind of decision do you make when you go into that kind of?
Well, I mean, you have to. It's really awkward when you have to cut something because you have all these great features and you have all these great ideas that people have spent weeks of developing and planning out, and then when you have to cut something, you've got to weigh the options. You got to see what's going to have a bigger influence on the gameplay of the game. And unfortunately, it sucks when you go up to somebody and say, we've got to cut this or we've got to cut that. It's really hard when you have to cut stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, so much for the speed part of the interview. But it's informative. Keel, thank you for being here.
No problem. So you guys need to get back to work. So let's wrap this up.
Yeah, you're not my boss. Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my mother. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Okay, so
All right, that's it for this week.
yes, but before we say goodbye, we're gonna do just a real quick segment that we plan on having in here. It's really good for future FIEA students. If you're watching this, you're thinking about coming. Maybe even former FIEA students. I don't know. And that's
Still sticking around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
our Dead West team endorsement for future students, and I guess that should actually be, and also alumni. And anyone really.
In the Orlando area.
Yes, and this week we are proud to bring you Mediterranean Deli, and it's on Fairbanks Avenue. It's about, I don't know, what would you say, like 15 minutes from here?
Yeah, about 10,
About
15
minutes from here, and they have quite possibly the best gyros you will ever eat.
Yes.
It's
Quite
amazing.
incredible.
It's amazing.
I've had many a gyro in my time, but this one is the best.
It is the best, and it's worth noting because at FIEA you're gonna eat out a lot.
You will live here,
Yes.
and your family will miss you.
And you're gonna want to get good food. And Nando and I started trying new places. This place is amazing. Go in, Waleed, he'll greet you. Hey, my man, my friend, try some samples. He's all about it. He's great. And
It's all around great time.
so that'll do it for,
All right, thanks
for this week.
Thanks for joining us, and
Yes.
we'll see you again next week.
Next week.
And this time we won't be lying about it.
Yes.